can you show us around your empire?
I can,
Rex's
yes.
Speed Shop empire. Here we come.
Yes.
Lead on.
Walk this way. So this is the day-to-day sort of centre of everything. This is where all the orders are assembled and put out.
Yeah.
And in here, electronics are assembled over there. It looks quite chaotic, but there is a system.
It's clean and tidy. Look at it.
Oh, thank you.
Nice.
Yes. Yeah. Well, you need to be quite organised, otherwise it's very easy to get things in a muddle. Here we've got winding machines.
Here's young Tracy.
Where
look at this. Fitting it up.
the windings are put together. Slightly heavier machine over here.
Oh, heavier gauge wire.
Heavier gauge wire, yeah. You need a lot stronger machine to be able to handle heavier wire. And believe it or not, 2 people would struggle to lift that machine. It really is a heavy weight.
Oh, it's got a big heavy motor in it.
Yeah. Final assembly here, and then through the back. That's my domain.
And spares.
Let me show you the machine shop.
Brilliant. Oh, this is smart. Well, I
Thank
didn't
you.
realise this was here, but obviously it had to be somewhere because where else are you making the bits?
Yeah. I mean, the bulk of the production that we do in here is using press tools.
Yeah.
So it's riveting, cutting, shaping a metal.
Yeah.
The rest of the equipment is for making one-off tools. You know, every job needs you know, some way of holding it.
Yeah.
And you can't.
A little, you're making up jigs.
Jigs, things like that.
Yeah, and obviously it wears out anyway, doesn't it? Because you've been here a long time.
Yeah. And one of the biggest uses for the milling machine, which is the biggest machine in the shop, is actually measuring things.
Really?
Yeah, because it's got a 3-axis DRO on it.
Yeah.
So if we want to draw something, we can take really accurate measurements from that machine. Yeah, so that's actually its biggest use.
Not for milling, but for measuring.
No. We do get asked to skim cylinder heads and things like that.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, well, because of the length of the bed, you can get a big 6-cylinder cylinder head on this, and it makes light work of it. But for us, we make up one-off tools with it, and the biggest use is measuring. Or drilling really accurate holes. If there's a bolt being sheared off or something like that, you can bolt it solidly onto here, and you know, drill it out. The next machine, again, it's
nice days, nice.
Old Boxford, all manual, metric. Nothing imperial in here, Julie. No, we can convert this into doing imperial if we need to. But again, we make.
But isn't it just a case of changing the tooling?
Yes. Yeah. There's a change wheel on the end of the gearbox you change, and off it will go. It'll do it all in imperial for you. But this, we do actually manufacture parts on this. And again, it's all sort of 1950s technology done on tooling stops, so you've got to set it up really accurately. But if you're doing a small batch of say 100, 200, you know, manual machine's great for that. If you need to do 1,000, then you're looking at, you know, CNC machining.
So you send off for the larger batches.
That's it. Yeah. Pillar drill, obviously, that's quite standard.
Useful to have.
This is a new addition, and this is a really cool little machine. And this makes threads. It's only just come here.
It makes threads, rather than turning them on the lathe?
Yeah. So you can take a solid piece of aluminium with holes drilled to the right size, put it on here, pull the lever down, and it goes in one way and comes out the other.
So you've got your tap in there.
Yeah. So the tap goes in the chuck like this.
Oh, handy.
But as I say, this has only just arrived here, so we've taken the guards off it, the covers off.
Obviously it's not installed. You haven't got it bolted yet.
The electrics aren't right, so we've got to bring all the electrics up to modern safety standards. And then we've just got to find a space for it somewhere.
Yes, it's difficult. Because it's a bit of a buyer's market, I guess, with kind of tooling like this.
Yes, yeah. I mean, I'd spotted this,
Mm.
and I think it remained unsold for about 6 months. And I thought, well, this is my machine then. You know, it's like, it's not going away.
Yeah.
So I had to drive quite a distance to get it.
Yeah.
But yeah, once it's all set up and installed, I think it's going to be worth its weight in gold.
Yeah. Oh. So what's this here?
This, again, this is a monster from another era. This is a Matora Startright circular saw.
I see, yes.
Yeah, and it goes through big chunks of steel like butter. We manufacture is very niche market, but the problem is, you know, if people see it as a good idea, they'll take it, copy it, have it made in China.
Yeah.
And then the next thing you know is there's 10,000 very badly made copies of it on eBay.
Yeah. And you can't compete on price because the labour rate is a fraction of what it is here, and they've also nicked your design.
That's right, yeah. But what they do is they just copy what's in front of them, and they don't actually appreciate the details in the design and why they're like that. So very often the part that you get doesn't perform as it should do anyhow, because they haven't had that design input into it. They've just got a part and copied it.
Tracy, what are you working on today?
Today I am working on putting wires on our KH stators that we do.
Oh, righty-ho. So you're soldering them on, are you?
Yep, I'm going to be soldering them on.
Yeah.
We wind these here. Yes, we actually, so all of this components are put together by us.
That's really good, isn't it?
Yeah. Yep,
Wow.
wind these, put them on, and then I'm going to be wiring them up today.
Wow. So these aren't colour-coded then?
No. Not yet.
Not yet.
No.
That will be the next bit.
Exactly. I've got a map and I will put the correct colour wires on.
Oh, brilliant. Oh, well, I'll let you get on.
Thank you.
Gosh, how do you know what goes where?
My map.
Oh, you've got a diagram. Not just a random piece of paper, it's a circuit diagram. Neat. So are these being done for a particular customer, or are they going into stock?
These are going into stock.
Oh, that's
yeah,
good.
Yeah. They're always in
demand.
Always in demand. Absolutely, always in demand. So yeah, absolutely. So
I think this is great because people kind of say, "Oh, there's no manufacturing in England anymore," but actually there is on a small scale. But
yeah,
you know.
absolutely. So as I say, these are put together by us.
Yep.
Bobbins are wound by us. I then put them all together, wire them up, and I've got one that is ready.
Here's one you prepared earlier.
Yes, so if I go and get that.
In the best Blue Peter tradition.
Yeah, they are extremely popular, as you can imagine. And it's something that the customer can fit themselves with a little bit of knowledge.
Yeah. It's fantastic because I can remember back in the 80s, sometimes you'd end up scrapping a bike because you wouldn't be able to get something like this for it. It would fail and you wouldn't have an alternator anymore, so you were like, stuff. Oh, that's the finished article, all neat and tidy. Oh, I see, so you've got like heat shrink to put over the colour coding. Nice, and then you wire it so you can just plug into the loom and that's your job done.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. How long does it take you from start to finish, do you know?
Never actually sat down and timed that.
No,
well, it is a little labour intensive.
Hours,
oh, very much so.
Yeah.
Very much so.
A couple of hours on each one.
Yeah, because these are wet fit as well. So they're you know, one day you wet fit these, yes, and
so
then
there's a time delay.
Absolutely, and then you have to wait. And then, but we're also developing the pickups for them as well. So, yeah.
So so you've done the windings in house.
Yes.
And then you coat them, don't you? And that's done with is a
in-house.
In a vacuum.
Yep. Yeah. All vacuum.
Yeah.
And that's in house as well.
Cool. Oh, don't let me disturb you.
I will put this away. I will wrap it back up later.
So you're setting up this.
Yes.
Stator.
It's a coil.
Oh, right, you're setting up this source coil for winding. Yeah.
I can show you.
Actually, you can see the whole workshop.
Gosh, there's a lot to it because this is each individual coil is round. You're doing them one at a time. Hundreds.
On this machine, on the Marsilli, because it uses heavier wire.
What, this machine uses heavier wire? Yeah, it's quite heavy gauge, isn't it?
Yeah.
Thread it through in the right order.
Yep, and then
Gosh, you must get all these little bits of scrap copper.
Yes, which we save. Yeah.
And weigh them in.
Yeah, absolutely. Nothing goes to waste.
Good.
Yeah. And there's a coil I wound yesterday.
Oh, right. And here's one you prepared earlier.
On
very neat.
The Marsilli.
Very neat.
Yes. Yeah, that's for a 12-volt conversion.
Oh, to use a British.
Yes.
British 6-volt to 12-volt. Yeah, that's
a
popular thing,
absolutely. Yes, it is now, especially when so many people are wanting to have the additional extras on their bikes.
Oh, right, a charging point for the phone and all that kind of thing. Yeah.
That bit. But that,
that's a source coil.
Source coil, which is wound
and that's
here.
A stator plate.
Yes, that is. And so that's for an RMK.
Yeah.
And that is a lighting coil or charging coil. Yeah, which again is all done in house.
This is lovely, this, isn't it? Because on here you've got your website address. That's great, isn't it? A nice bit of engraving there. I like that a lot.